Happy holidays! I am Naughty.
I am Sylvia.
Also Naughty.
And we are going to talk about the Medicare Advantage travel benefits that you get with all the programs. They all have a different name, but we're going to dive into it a little deeper. There's more to it there than I think most agents really realize.
Stay tuned. All right, so we know, hopefully, a lot of seniors like to travel. Hopefully.
That's the first thing I ask somebody when they say, hey, I want this HMO plan that my neighbor has. I'm like, how much do you travel? And they always think that's a weird question, you know? And a lot of people just say, well, now that I'm retired, I want to travel a lot. Okay, how much do you travel? And they're like, I don't really travel. They always say, I want to go coast to coast and see the country.
I want to get an RV. That's what I want.
Yeah, and then I'm like, but let's talk.
What do you really do?
Legit. How much is going to happen here, right? Because, and then they look at me like, that's such a weird question. Why do you care? It's unrelated to my health insurance. No, it's very pivotal to the decision.
Right.
So let's talk about United Healthcare's travel benefit, and that is branded, it's called Passport. So they were the leader coming out with this. They've had it for years, and almost everybody's got something similar now. Agents are vaguely aware of how it works, but let's talk a little bit more.
So if I have a client, let's say we're taking our parents and they are going to drive to Florida.
Okay, so right here's Florida. And that's a common one in the north. New York, everybody goes to Florida.
Thank God.
All counties in Florida. Beautiful.
So what does that mean, all counties in Florida?
So that means that if I'm gonna, like my client yesterday, he said, I spent 3 months in Florida. Perfect. When you're in Florida, before you go, take your ID card out, call customer service and say, I'm going to be in, he's going to go to Naples. I'm going to be in Lee County, Florida for 3 months. Then the company will make you in network in that county. That'll be your home county for those 3 months. So if you see providers while you're there, you're going to pay the in-network copays.
It's awesome.
Which was $5,000 was his out-of-pocket max in network, $10,000 out of network.
Right.
So it's a big chunk of change.
That's a big deal.
Right? So he was like, okay, I think I do want to buy that plan. But I drive to Florida and I drive through Indiana,
Tennessee,
Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia.
So
are all those
Kentucky.
counties in? And so he was panicked about it. And he's like, I want to think about this because what if I have a car wreck in Tennessee? Did you pull up Tennessee? What if I have a car wreck in Tennessee? I don't want to be out of network and have this big extra charge. So, first of all,
that's hurting my eyes.
Huh?
That's hurting my eyes.
First of all, a car wreck would be an emergency. An emergency.
You're in network. For any emergencies, you're in network.
The thing about that, when you tell people you're in network for an emergency, they don't think through the steps. So I'm in a car wreck. They're going to stabilize me, and they might have to admit me because I have broken lungs and a punctured spleen and a collarbone, and I got to have surgery. Okay, so the emergency room visit was in network. And typical copay is like $100. But now that they admitted me, I would be the out-of-network copays, and then if I have to have procedures done the next day or two, out-of-network. So people say, oh, emergencies, no big deal. Just what happened in the emergency room, okay? Once you're admitted, you're an inpatient.
What are some creative ways to use this besides just vacation? She's preening me.
I don't know
what's
over.
That's what baboons do to one another.
I don't know what's over the sweater. I was naughty, but now I'm nice. So agents, you need to get creative with this benefit. So let's say that I need to go to an orthopedic specialist out of network. This orthopedic specialist is in Florida. I can't just use this benefit for vacation. I can go to Florida for a week, make myself in network.
Specifically to have the procedure.
And to be in network for that procedure. That's legal. It's not anything that's prohibited. So this is a very flexible, additional, rich benefit in a Medicare Advantage plan. And it's funny because just getting through AEP, man, I get my butt kicked all up and down all these social media platforms we on, all these people calling it Medicare disadvantage, and they don't pay your claims, and you're gonna die.
Nice.
I'm all out there doing God's work, trying to educate the public, and these people, that there's so much disinformation out there,
right?
And they'll say, my agent told me this. And he only sells sups. And I told a lady yesterday, I said, well, your agent's a jerk. I mean, it was a bad moment. I was tired. But I was like, a good agent doesn't bash.
Right.
A good agent understands both options for supplemental insurance. There's good and bad on both sides. And if the agent doesn't sell it, I do not think that he is what do you look at my hair? That he's a good reference. Anyway.
Your headband. I
So
noticed it.
Humana, Anthem, Aetna, they have these programs. They're branded different names. And they change. So like Texas right now, UnitedHealthcare has all counties in Texas.
I'd go to Texas.
And I remember when they didn't, they had certain counties. And I'd have a client saying, well, I'm going to Bexar County. Bexar County's not in. And I'd say, that's a good point. You're going to go down there and spend a month with your family in the county that's not in. So let's say in Tennessee, they don't have every county. You want to go to a county that's not in, doesn't participate. If you're in there's surrounding counties that do participate, make yourself in network in those counties.
Right.
It's not fail-safe. You might have a heart attack in the wrong county.
Do these change often? So if
They
Texas
update this every year. Yeah.
do they get better?
They
worse?
get better.
They get better.
Didn't used to have anything in California, and that caught me. If you go to California, that caught me with a client that said, we never go to California. We love Florida, we do this, we go to the country, we never go to California. Because I said, California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, they weren't in this program. She calls me, January, says she has breast cancer, super healthy client, has breast cancer, and it's a rare cancer that she needs to see a doctor in LA. And she will be there for a month. And I'm like, dang it. And she goes, I know you told me California wasn't going to participate. Mm-hmm. So, and they were wealthy, so they could weather this.
Yeah,
but all this stuff gives the agent heartburn because it makes you look bad because it's impossible to go over all of this in your sales presentation.
Right.
That's why your newsletters, all the other touches you're doing to constantly educate your clients, like on social media, really help solidify your relationship with them, cut down on complaints, raise retention. And if you're not taking advantage of our client newsletters, we're getting ready to do the first quarter newsletter. And we do it for free. You got to pay like $20 to have the tech that you own. But talk to us about that. We do all the work to make the client newsletters, information like this, put it out, branded under your name with your contact information. It comes from you. Talk to your marketer about that. Those are email blasts it's a great marketing service that we offer. So I want to talk about plan changes. This is really little, and that's good because you don't really want to read it. But most of the carriers have their own internal call centers.
Right.
And we've fought the good fight for years where your client calls in and has a question or has to get, and then they flip it and they steal your client. And we really fight hard for them not to do that. So most of the large carriers, they won't do that anymore. They maintain that agent of record. However,
As they should.
However, some employ external call centers to help them, and those external call centers
Can flip them.
can flip your clients.
Yeah.
So if you have more questions, ask us in the comments. This is a unfortunate part of the business.
It's kind of like the dirty ugly secret on that.
I try to warn my clients to not call them, to call me first and to let them know. Like they tried to flip my own mom one year. I happened to be in the room and it was just fortuitous. I was like, thank you, God, that I get to actually see this happening. But that's just a part of the business. We can't fix everything. We can just alert you. I want to talk about the MedSup rate increases they can expect. A lot of them take rate increases in January. You will see larger rate increases than usual on your Plan Fs. No new people are moving into Plan Fs. Unless you're with one of the large carriers. So certain ones don't block the business. Very few. Most of them follow Mutual of Omaha's lead and do those blockings, which then results in higher than normal rate increases. So I found more and more people that think that they can only move their MedSup during AEP. And they're certain of it. So really, that's another part of the disinformation you got to get out there.
Yeah.
You can move your MedSup at any time of the year if you can pass that underwriting.
Probably should also mention that AARP just added dental.
That is, somebody took the postcard I put up on the door.
We took it to get more information off the back.
Okay, so in every state but New York, was that it? Every state but New York? AARP MedSup added dental benefits that will start in January. And that is super exciting. That's a real differentiator in the MedSup world. Gosh, what is on your sweater?
She keeps it at her house. I don't know what this
Probably
is.
in my car. But now you have to be not vegan. The dental, if you sell AARP Med Sup, look into that. Ask us about it. I'm sure you've been getting emails. Most people aren't reading their emails right now. But that is a big deal to have supplemental benefits baked into Med Sup. Helps us compete with the Med Advantage site. And we expect nothing less from AARP, the nation's largest, by far, Med Sup carrier. Hopefully other people will copy that. That's all I have. I will like to say what today is.
Oh, today is the 16th of December, which happens to be 1 month before somebody turns 55.
Drive 55.
We're going to listen to little Sammy Hagar. I can't drive 55.
55.
Would like for you all to send Sylvia 55 jokes.
Or 55 anything, and I would like for you to mark your calendar for January 16th to wish me a happy birthday. Please don't troll my social media. And if you are on TikTok, please visit my site, which is Medicare Mama, if you are sad, depressed, and bored sometime, because I am lighting up TikTok.
Lighten it up.
Lighten it up, baby.
She got her teeth whitened. The last one looked really good.
Just for this. Happy selling.
Good selling. See ya.